right. Good afternoon, Whale Coin Talk community. My name is Noah. I'm here today with Pessimistic Donkey College. You got Draco and Dell on the mic. Gentlemen, before we get started, do you want to give us a quick background of yourselves, how you found yourselves working in the crypto industry today?
Yeah, so what's good, everybody? I'm Draco. First of all, I just want to say thank you to Noah for having me here in this space and everyone tuning in. I appreciate it all. So, I'm Draco. I'm a co founder of Pessimistic Donkey College. Before that, I'm a full time management consultant for 3 years after graduation. I've been watching and investing the crypto market for around 7 or 8 years since I was majoring in econ business in my college. What's up,
Hello
Dale?
everyone, I'm Dell. I'm also a co-founder of this project, and before this project, I'm a full-time investment banker, and I have also watched the crypto market and NFT market for years. I also personally invested some NFTs in the last couple years, and also I want to introduce our rest of the co-founders. We actually have four co-founders. Jay is our technical guy. He worked in Silicon Valley for a couple years, and he's in charge of our website and smart contract. And TT is our artistic director, and she is in charge of all of our art and artwork. Yeah, that's the team introduction.
Awesome. And just quick question, Dell, what made you make the shift from iBanking to this industry? It's quite the change, no?
Yes, you know, I have to say it's kind of boring to do that work, and I think NFT Web3 is a really new concept, and it's the future. So I want to do something myself for my own. So I started this project with my. We are actually real life friends, so we just started this project. We want to build a project of ourselves. That's why I shifted from investment banking.
Yeah, right on. I can certainly agree that Web3 is far more exciting than iBanking. And with that said, guys, do you want to give us a story behind what triggered this idea and lead that into the project overview?
Yeah, so I'll share a little, behind the scenes stories for our brand. So actually, Pessimistic Donkey College is an NFT brand we built started from early 2022, and our mission is to build a community of investors and people working in the finance industry to rally against the bear market, and to raise awareness of mental health issues. We are dedicated to this brand because mental health really touches everyone, not only those who suffer from a broad range of mental health conditions, but also their families and loved ones. So our motivation to build this brand is a community of people, working in the finance industry, and investors are really at higher risk of mental problems due to the insane working hour and their working contents. I can take myself example. So I was previously working in the finance industry as a management consultant for 3 years. I mean, most of the time, like 99%, I'm not gonna lie, I need to work extra hours in my office. And sometimes when I got off work, it's already 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. Yeah, the same as my colleagues and friends who are working in this industry, like bankers or private equity analysts. For the community of investors, the issue is more obvious. Like the market is unpredictable most of the time. You don't know, you don't know, when Fed's gonna publish some shitty policies, or the management of the stock, or NFT project you're buying would do some stupid actions or announcements. Sometimes the last minute you're making profits, the next minute you're losing. Especially during the recession we're encountering right now, the pessimistic emotion in the bear market is kind of stronger than ever. And NFT is all about community. Like community means everything to us. We wish to pair Web3 and this social conscious topic to build a community that everyone who shares the same belief and value could be supportive to each other. and embrace their true self and pessimistic side to really, rally against the bear market and draw society's attention into this issue. And I don't think many people have really sort of take seriously the notion of Web3, or to be specific, NFT can impact the society in a positive way. The mainstream idea behind NFT is all about making profits. So I think the concept of pairing an NFT with a socially conscious project and enact positive social influence is cool. I, j- I just saw a future with a lot of potential and big pictures here and in Web3. That's why me and my colleagues quitted our previous job and fully dedicated to PDC. There's a lot of discussions like this problem, no that problem. A lot of people said about the future, they're pessimistic, but life cannot simply be solving one miserable problem after another, right? What I mean by that is we really want to wake up in the morning and look forward to the future. We want to be excited about what's going to happen. So I believe I've spent a lot of time explaining the letter P in PDC. Now I'm going to explain the rest of letters. So for D, which is donkey, we just sing a lot of NFT projects, about of cute animals like monkeys, bears, penguins, but donkeys are cool too, and their images in people's mind is pessimistic, which is kind of perfect match to our brand. For letter C, I've never seen college theme NFT before, to be honest, which is on my mind super dope. And back in the days of college, I was having a great time. I learned a lot. I met all kinds of people, and I'm a person with school pride, so I think the idea of college could really gather people together and sharing ideas. And we did a great job to sync up our brand. Shout out to my team. When you browse our website, you could find admission tests before main, yearbook, campus map, library, etc. You know, everything is synced up. And yeah, that's pretty much the story and vision behind our brand.
Oh, that's awesome. A very unique name, and there's a story behind each word in the title, or rather in the name. Can we dive in a bit deeper, though? I'd love to know more about the specifics in your roadmap when it comes to how you guys are planning to attack this issue of mental health. At this point, it's like an epidemic of mental health, especially in the U.S. And how does your stake system fit into that? And I know that you mentioned something about royalty free. If you could elaborate on that too, that'd be great. And follow up with questions ultimately about your campus map, the yearbook, the library, the theater, the bookstore. I mean, you guys have a very cool website. I love the artwork. I love the design. And so I'd like to dive into that as well. So the overview of the things that I would love to have you guys elaborate on, and I'll pass the mic to you from there.
Okay, hi, Noah. So I will go over our roadmap first, and I will cover everything you mentioned, our stake system and the royalty return system. So first of all, the roadmap is actually called Campus Map, and in our Campus Map, you can find museum, bookstore, science lab, playground, health center, mailbox, academic building, conference building. So first of all, our mission. So in the community, we are actually dedicated to build a community based on Web3, and where donkeys can ignore their identities in real life and express their true thoughts in our community. And our royalty return system is actually we are returning all of our royalty fee to our DAO, and our community members will be able to decide how they want to use this money. And our stake system is a very unique stake system. Holders can send their donkeys to study different skills for a period of time to gain different rewards. So you actually can choose like a major for your donkey. So you get different rewards for choosing like economics or psychology or just all kinds of different majors. And we also plan to issue a cryptocurrency called Pessimistic Donkey Coin, and we will airdrop them to all of our PDC students after mint. So how this work is, it's kind of still in our community's ecosystem, not like real cryptocurrency. So we'll try to make it on Binance or other. We will try to make it real, but if we have new projects in the future, we might use PDC coin to mint. So for the video game, we plan to make a video game, and a lot of projects are making them, and we know it's not easy to make a video game that's sustainable and legit. So if we do it, we will do it right. There's also some events we will be holding. So the influencer meetups. So we will be inviting some influencers in the Web3 industry, and to share their experience in the industry and insights for future markets. And we also have many in real life events. We will be regularly holding in real life meetups for our students of PDC and some boutique art exhibitions. So we actually have set the in real life meetups in New York City and Los Angeles, but that might change if will see like after the mint where our donkey holders are locating, which city will be easier for most of them to have a in real life meetup. And we also have art gallery in Soho. We booked it, and we will be hold our art exhibition in the first quarter. And in real life meetups, we will have DJ influencers, and all of our PDC students can join us, and everyone can bring one guest with them. And so I want to mention something about our real world marketing, and so we have actually published some many articles on big press now. So including like Yahoo Finance, Yahoo News, Bazinga, CoinGecko. These links are on our website and on our Twitter. So and also we will post more articles in the future. And for outdoor advertising, we will be having some billboards, subway and bus ads, and maybe commercial video placements. And I think these or these marketing strategies will be like increasing our donkey's floor price, so more money will come to our DAO system. So by the way, everyone, we also have a mailbox, which is like everyone can send message or advices to us. You actually have a chance to have a direct conversation with our co-founders. We will value every message from you guys, so feel free to leave a message. And sorry, I actually haven't mentioned about our mental health aspect. So I want to actually dive further on the mental health and how we came up with that. So I actually came up with this idea about focusing on mental health because one of my best friend actually, she suffered from depression for years. So I have actually watched her suffering from negative emotions and even suicidal thoughts. It was really bad, and she had to take a medication for her depression, and she's fine now. But I think there's still myriad of people suffering from mental health issues. So I think focusing on this will be like a great way of contributing to the society and the world. And we will have a weekly based professional interactive mental health live podcast for everyone on Twitter. So we wish the podcast will be helping more people as possible and appeal to those who value the same thing as us. So we actually have reached out to several professionals. They have shown some interest to working with us, and the first podcast will be holding after our mint, and every event, actually every event, including the in real life events I mentioned before, will be mental health focused. So we will make it like a mental health themed events, so people we can bring more attention to mental health problems. And more to the live podcast, we will all of our community members actually have a chance to have an appointment with the professionals we are working with for one-on-one sessions, because this kind of problem is always like private. They will, people want privacy, so they can talk to them one-on-one. Also, I think we will make donations to the Mental Health Foundation. I think Jacob, can you remind me of the fund we decided on to make donation?
Yeah, so actually we have collaborated with Mental Health Foundation United States, and Mental Health Foundation is a charity organization founded in the UK, but they have a which is the largest mental health foundation in the world, and they have a branch in the United States, and we have made collaborations with them, and we would we would donation like 10% of our final sales to them. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll donate 10% of all of our revenue to the Mental Health Foundation, and yeah, that's pretty much for the mental health. And I want to dive further on royalty return system as well. So, as mentioned before, we are returning all of our royalty fee to DAO, and our community members and holders will be able to decide how to use it. So the reason we are doing this is because we want to put our community in the first place. So we want our donkey holders and community members to be a part of every decision we are making in the future. And this money in DAO, our holders can decide to use this on like advertisement, or maybe donate, or they can even like return this money to their own wallet. That's all fine. And for the stake system, I pretty much went over it on when I go over the roadmap. So it's a unique stake system, and holders can send donkeys to learn different skills for a period of time, and they will get rewards after a period of time of study, I think. And we actually separate them to four different levels. It's a freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. So just like colleges, and holders can choose a major, and the different major they choose, the different reward they get. Yes, Noah, this is pretty much everything I want to cover on the roadmap.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it sounds like you guys, first of all, hats off to you guys for designing a Web3 project around tackling, again, as I mentioned earlier, this epidemic of mental health, especially in the US. I think that we need more Web3 projects that are focusing on this. I love the incorporation of NFTs, and I'm going to ask a question about that in a moment. But I wanted to just say that it's very cool to, now that I've heard you explain it, to look at this campus map and recognize that each one of these um, each one of these locations, museum, bookstore, science lab, playgrounds, conference building, academic building, mailbox, health center, have some sort of real world utility attached to them. I think that's where the power of NFT utilities is really starting to show itself, and across a number of projects that I've seen. But this is quite clear, and you guys are explaining it in a way that makes sense. I don't have to really ask any follow up questions. I mean, obviously, I'm sure you guys can expand upon these, but I know that you guys are working on these real world utilities as we speak. I wanted to talk about the 8,888 NFTs that you guys are going to have available. Can you give us some more insight into when the drop is going to happen, what the minting cost is going to be, and if there's going to be a whitelist for users that want to get their hands on one?
Yes, we are actually, our mint date is actually January 25th, and our mint price is 0.058 Ethereum. And yeah, we will be having, now we are planning to issue like 500 whitelist. Maybe we will, send out more, but that's the current plan.
Cool, that makes sense. And moving on, or rather, I had a question about the admission test. I saw that the admission test says that you need to take it before being admitted to PDC, and it kind of lets you fill out the test as you want based on the selection of answers there. How would you fill it out if you were taking the test? Draco and Del, it's directed towards both of you.
Yeah, so for me, I have like campus is obvious and Web3, and I think the currency will be Ethereum. Things we are on Ethereum blockchain, and for Donkey's favorite food, I mean, it can be anything, right? But in real life, it's carrot, I think. And why do we apply? Why do you apply to PEC? It's all of the above. Our NFT is dope, and people mint have a good taste, you know. So that would be my answer.
Yeah, for me it's pretty much the same, but I'm kind of hating Elon Musk, so I probably would put Elon Musk on Donkey's favorite food.
Is okay. So it's fair to say that there could be different answers for Donkey's favorite food.
Yeah. But I mean, if you want to get like 100 out of 100, you gotta put carrots. So that's the correct answer. But we encourage people to holding different opinions about this question. But I mean, that's the answer.
Fair enough. And the royalty, the tokenomics, can you go into that a bit, please?
You mean the PDC coin we were talking about?
Correct. Yes.
Yes. So our current plan is we'll airdrop them to our donkey holders. So it will be a coin like actually in our community and in our ecosystem. So we will try to make it like legit and real in on Binance and everything. But tokens, it's hard for a token to go through all the process and being legit these days. So we will try, but it will be in our ecosystem, and we might mint it. It's actually related to our SIG system. So people so holders send their donkey to study and to get rewards. Those rewards might be our PDC coin, and our PDC coin actually might be used for our future mint. So maybe if we have a future project, we might use our PDC coin to mint. So that's how our coins work.
And I have a few things to add on. So actually, the coin will be used in our ecosystem firstly. Before we go through all the legislations and regulations on Binance, and so its utility is it can. So we will publish in real life merches like clothings, accessories, jewelries, and PDC students could buy PDC merches using PDC coins. Also, as we mentioned before, we will be holding in real life events, and PDC coins can also be used to buy the event pass and stuff like that. So it will be first using on our ecosystem firstly.
Beautiful, guys. I love it. This is an awesome and unique project. I'm not just saying that. I see a lot of these NFT projects come and go, and you guys are certainly doing something different. Yearbook, I know you guys probably touched on this stuff. Yearbook, can you dive a bit deeper into what that is? I was trying to scroll through it, and I can't quite wrap my head around it. So I'd love just a high level explanation of that. And then also, I know you guys might have touched on it earlier, but give us your high level plans for the library and the theater and the bookstore, please.
Yes. So in the yearbook, we actually haven't reviewed any of our traits and everything. We want to save it after the mint. So what you see now on it, it's actually for our mint box. So it's actually designed as as you can see, it's an envelope. There's a admission ladder in it, and it's for different type of mint box. We actually put we actually separated them into four. I think it's four categories. So it's actually I think it's it's actually gold, Asian culture, gold skin, and normal mint box. So it's separated from different style of trades and according to their rarity. Yes, that's our mint box. And after the mint, you will see every traits and every donkey in the yearbook. And for the library, we actually have our stories written up, and we will be updated on the website after mint. The story is already is ready, and we just haven't put them on the website yet. Bookstore and theater, can you go over that, Draco?
Yeah, sure. So for the bookstore, like every university having a bookstore, they will, selling merches and stuff like that. So after, so actually our merch is in the design phase right now. So we will put them on the bookstore after, everything is set up in a right way. And yeah, for the theaters, so I remember as Dale mentioned before, so we'll be publishing, anime series, animated series. So that's where, the animated series will go.
Got it. Very
It's
cool. Go ahead, Dell.
yeah, just one thing. It's actually already in production, and it will be out soon.
And kind of last thing for me before I ask a few more questions and then pass it to the audience, but tell me a bit about the theme. I find that very cool. It's a very like cyberpunk esque. The theme, the artwork, what inspired that, and then the mission and the vision, right? Because you guys have it starts out in the year 2088 in a planet called D88, and there are 8,888 high intellectual donkeys. I'd love to learn more about the lore.
So I will go over the theme first. So for our like college theme, I think it's actually like the first college theme NFTs. I haven't seen any before in the market. And for our cyberpunk style, we actually, I think it's really like we decided on like our settings and background stories will be like a future world. So we want to make our website more cyberpunk style. And actually, you can see the in the about page. It's the artwork is actually about I think it's Times Square in the future. You can see Nasdaq there. So that's how we got our cyberpunk style website. And yeah, we actually have many like really cool traits in our for our NFTs. So yeah, that's about our project, I think. cyberpunk style. And I think for mission and vision, so as I mentioned, it's a future world. So I'm not gonna go over. I'm gonna read some of our mission and vision. So it's a pandemic called COVID-88 actually sweeps the planet, and as a byproduct of the pandemic, the greatest recession in the 88's history destroyed the economic system. Donkeys' life quality dramatically deteriorate, and they get poor of due to due to the 120% inflation rate. And under this circumstance, natural resources become the best way to store wealth, and wars between villages for donkeys have nothing to depend on the living. So it's actually kind of similar to what happened in our world, right? You know, COVID comes, and the economic system shut down, and the stock price and everything is really like falling apart. So that's our mission vision background stories about.
Yeah, so actually, I have a few things to add on the background story. So we are actually reflecting this situation, you know, into the current situation or the situation in the past 2 years in the United States, or let's say like global. So actually, back in 2021, or even before that, COVID-19 was really hitting the human society really hard. Like businesses were shut down, unemployment rates in the states was really high in 2020, and people were not willing to spend money anymore. Everything in the country is essentially fucked up because of the social distancing, except Pfizer and Moderna. And Fed started to save the economy. However, in retrospect, like they did that in a brutal way, I would say. Like the Fed just changed the federal fund rate, the required reserve ratio to 0%. Besides that, the Fed employs quantitative easing and tools like forward guidance to commit that zero interest rate would persist until the economy is fully recovered from the pandemic. Um, However, all these tools are designed to deliver confidence sign in the market and stimulate and boost consumption in the economy. But these policies were way too aggressive. Like market's response was overwhelming, and all the stock price and crypto, including NFTs, were skyrocketed. A huge bull run for these assets followed. And yeah, as everyone remembered, Bitcoin price was over 60,000 and ETH was over 4,000 in 2021, and NFT price went crazy in the end of 2021 and first half of 2020. Every investors was get loaded as long as they didn't shorting too much and being complacent for the market. Yeah, and the bull run doesn't last for a long time as the Fed fund their policies was too aggressive and the market was overhyped. So they started raising and raising and raising the base rate for 7 times to control the great inflation. As a result, the economy is in recession right now, and everyone's portfolio was fucked up again. And that's all the things we want to reflect, in our mission and vision. Yes, actually, it's a true story in our society that is happening right now.
I love it. I mean, the parallel that you guys drew makes perfect sense, and I think it adds a nice layer to what you're building. I'm a big fan of lore. I think stories are fun, and you guys have thrown a fun spin on this PDC ecosystem that you're putting so much work into. Before I pass the mic to some audience members, I wanted to ask if you had to, at a high level, say what differentiates you guys from other projects. What would that be?
So I have mentioned a couple of them actually before. So I think the first it's actually our theme. So as I said, like I think our project is the first college theme website. So you actually get a admission letter when you mint our donkey. So also, I think our website is very cyberpunk style, and these two different styles add together, like a future donkey world and college scene. I think it's really cool, and it's also really rare. So and also for our art, we our traits are very inclusive. So we have many different cultures. We have many city scene background, including like LA, New York, and Tokyo, and there's many more, but no spoiler here, and you guys can find out after a minute. So also all of our donkey are unique, and we have different traits, including Japanese, Chinese, and American traditional cultures. And I think we also add some many like modern fashion element in it for the accessories and clothing on donkey. And also I mentioned before our mint box. So we actually have four different mint box. You can see it in the yearbook. And lastly, I think it's ours. I think our we always like the thing is we from our royalty return and system and our focus on mental health, we are really dedicated to put our holders and community members in the first place. So our holders can directly involve in future decisions of the project. They can decide how to use the money in the DAO. And I think that's not common in NFT or NFTs world. So I think that's everything I need to say. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you for that recap, Dell. I'm going to pass the mic to Aisha for an audience question.
Yeah, thank you, Noah. So, you will also be releasing comics featuring Pessimistic. I was wondering, will these comics and animated series be appropriate for all ages or these will be for adults?
It will be appropriate for all ages. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, I can see animated series is also coming. Will it be available on YouTube to watch? And who will be directing these animated series?
So it will be mostly comics and first, and if when the come and the animated series comes in the future, it will be on YouTube.
Okay, got it. Okay, I have read on your website that you will be organizing weekly based professional interactive mental health live podcast for all people on Twitter. It got me thinking, do you have any intention of creating online mental health support portal on your platform where maybe certified mental health counselors can help people voluntarily or PDC students or NFT holders with mental health issues?
Yes, we actually have some professionals reach out, and they might be able to. So they will be having holding these podcasts, and our plan is to give everyone a chance, give all of our community members opportunity to have one-on-one sessions, make appointment with these professionals because I know it's very important for the about the privacy for the mental health issues. So that's how it's gonna work. The podcast will be open to everyone, and they can make appointment for one-on-one session afterwards.
Understood. And it's also written on your website that you have unique staking system where holders can send their donkeys to study different skills for a period of time to gain different rewards. I want to know, will various skills have different difficulty levels which can only be accessed by particular NFT depending on the rarity level, or all donkeys NFT characters can study all the skills?
I think so. You can choose different majors. Like every donkey can choose the holders can choose whatever major they want, and you will get different rewards. We will have the more detailed rewards like system after we set it up, and I think every donkey can study anything you want. Basically, you can choose your major. So you want to study economics, you can just go ahead and study economics. You want to study anthropology, you can go ahead and do that. Yeah, that's how it works.
All right, got it. Thank you. Thank you so much for answering.
Guys, I was curious to know if you're planning on working with other universities, like mental health organizations at universities. I know you're based in New York, but let us know if you have any plans on doing that.
Yes, well, we haven't reached out to any like universities or we actually have reached out to the foundations. We plan to make donations to the foundation, and we have reached out to several professionals, but we haven't reached out to our any universities. But we plan to do so. But I'm not sure if university will be working with us because you know it's kind of easier for us to work with like professionals instead of like the university. But we may try our best to find university. Maybe to create bigger influences and to bring more attention on that. So we will try.
Sweet. Well, another audience member has a question. Mr. Rahmat, the mic is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Noah. I have a question. So I can see this amazing PD C campus map and there's very really good graphics. So it got me thinking that do you have any intention of maybe developing your own metaverse as well?
Draco, can you answer that?
Yeah, we are actually planning our metaverse, and in addition to metaverse, we are also intended to replicate our metaverse in all our in real life meetups. Like the party will be themed up based on our metaverse.
Okay, got it. I was wondering, will there be NFT form of the physical merchandise available as well, so the owner of the Donkey NFTs can maybe apply these clothes and accessories on their avatar as well?
Oh, you mean the in real life merch?
Yes, yes. You also going to
Oh
have the real
yeah,
life. Yeah.
yeah. It will be available in a week or two after the mint.
Yeah, so will users be able to also customize their NFT according to their merchandise that they are getting or they have bought?
Um,
Uh,
Based on this
yeah. Go ahead.
question, yeah, I think we don't have a plan right now to customize the NFT based on the merchandise, but yeah, that's a pretty cool idea, and I remember Azuki did that as well, right? So I think our team will consider this sweet offer, and probably we will have the function of customize our donkeys in the future, but we don't have a plan for that like currently. But yeah, that's cool.
Got it. Okay, so I can see that in the science lab section, you will be launching more hyped NFT projects. So I was wondering, will these be your own NFT projects, or it will be NFT launchpad for enabling various project owners to launch their NFT projects?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Can you repeat that question, please?
Yeah, I can repeat that. So on your map in the science lab section, I read the detail that you will be launching more hyped NFT projects. So I was wondering, will these be your own NFT projects, or it will act as an NFT launchpad for enabling project owners to launch their NFT projects?
It's actually our own project, and we have we have a further NFT collections, which is Baby Donkey in our mind, and it is the NFT and all the trades related to it is in the design phase right now. So our plan for this collection is second quarter or third quarter of this year, and for NFTs from other designers, we will actively collaborate with them, and as more as possible to give benefits to all our PDC students.
Got it. Got it. Okay, I was also thinking that are Donkey NFTs 3D or they are 2D NFTs?
The next collection we are planning right now is 2D.
Understood. Okay, so as there will be total 8,888 NFTs, I was wondering that you will be limiting the number to the limited. Will these be the only limited number of NFTs, or you will be launching more Donkey NFTs in the future, or there will be different theme regarding that? And also, will users may be able to breed these NFTs to create the new ones?
For pessimistic donkey college collection, the number is limited to 88, and no more no more NFTs would be joining pessimistic donkey college. And for our next collection, I think we will probably lower the number of NFTs. It will be around 2K, and yeah, it will be around 2K.
Understood. And will Donkey NFT holders also going to have the voting rights to maybe make decision on the various aspects of the PDC?
Del, can you explain further on this question? I think it's related to royalty return.
Can you repeat that? Sorry, I didn't hear you quite clearly.
Yeah, I can repeat that. So will Donkey NFT holders also be getting voting rights to make decisions on the various aspects of the BDC?
Yes, yes. So, you guys can join our Discord, and you will see that we actually will having some votings, and we will collect our opinions from our different community members, and we will see our community want to do it. Because we want to put our community in the first place, and we are not gonna just like make our own decisions without like going through our communities. So that's how we are gonna run our community.
And
Yeah.
I have a few things to add on. So, as Del mentioned before, so we actually have a royalty return system, and we will set the royalty into 5%, and all the monies will go into our DAO, and all the PDC students could make their decisions on how to use this 5% of all the transaction fees on OpenSea and other transaction platforms as well. So basically, all the students can make decisions on whether how they want to use this royalty fee. This money can be used to do future collections of our NFT, or they can just put this money into marketing advertisement, to lift the floor price, or just to buy more NFTs below the floor price to kind of stabilize the whole thing, or they can just return the money to their wallet. Yeah, it's all on our students.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, I was also wondering, can the same person mint multiple NFT using different wallets, or KYC will be required to only allow one person single NFT, as it's a kind of admission to the BDC? Did you get my question?
Yeah. Okay. Draco, can you answer that?
I actually didn't quite get that. Can you repeat that question again, please?
Yeah, yeah, sure, I can repeat that. So can same person mint multiple NFT using different wallet, or KYC will be required to only allow one person single NFT, as it's a kind of admission in PDC?
So actually, each person can mint. I think the maximum number they can mint is 3, So by one wallet address, one person can mint 3 PDC NFTs.
Okay, got it. Okay, final question. So you will also be regularly holding in real life events and the meetups for the students. So as the students will be distributed all around the world and everyone will not be able to reach this particular event. So will students be able to, or these NFT holders be able to delegate their pass to any other person living in that region who can make it to the event easily?
Yes, sure. So if you don't live in the region, you can just like pass the, give the event pass um, to the to your friends and someone live in that region, and also we are actually gonna maybe change the location. We just set it like in New York City and Los Angeles first, but after the meeting, we will see where our we'll make a survey and see where our students actually are locating. So we will see where we will be holding these meetups. We are based on New York, so and LA, so if there's like maybe Asian fans, many Asian fans and Asian donkey holders, maybe we'll try our best to like go to Asian, maybe Europe, and to hold those meetups.
Yeah, it makes sense. Thank you so much for answering. Over to you, Noah.
Thank you.
Yeah, great questions, Rahmat. Aki, I don't know if you wanted to step in with some closing statements before we send our friends off.
Yeah. I was just listening in, and not so much as closing statements, but I had a few ideas because the theme around the college is great. When the theme of sending NFTs to do these courses is super nice. But I was thinking, because you were talking about outreach to universities and all this, like how cool would it be if you send your NFT to a course, and then at the same time you get to do a, say, like, I don't know, a 101 course for introduction to JavaScript or something like that. So as the NFT is actually doing the course, you actually have to complete it in real life, and maybe with some good outreach you can actually get some diplomas for it, or things like that. I was just thinking about ways that you can actually integrate it, with real life. So it looks interesting. I don't know if you guys have anything like that planned, but it would be a missed opportunity.
We didn't thought about that. We didn't think about that, but I think it's really cool idea. We will try our best to make it happen. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I think it would be cool. I think people would like it. Basically, having the NFT and purchasing it will allow you access to sort of these mini courses. I know there's a lot of free ones online and whatnot, but like this, you actually get to onboard people to Web3 a little bit, or do a little bit more on the educational side. So it's exciting stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. But yeah, we'll try to make it happen. All right. Great idea. Great idea.
Yeah, thanks, Aki. Gentlemen, we are coming to a close of the AMA, and before we send you guys off, I would love to hear some closing thoughts from you and anything that I might have not mentioned or asked. If you want to share with us, feel free to do so now.
Just some final words, I think. Thank you, Noah, for having us here. So it's a great space, and I love the dynamic here. And I have pretty much covered everything. I just want to say it again that our mint date is January 25th, and the mint price will be 0.058 Ethereum, and mm, and everyone interested in our project, please join our Discord, and the link is in our website. You can find on the homepage on our website. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Draco, anything for you?
And couple final words from me. So first of all, I'm really thankful and grateful for Noah for having me here. And yeah, we will make everything we promised happen, and we will put our community in the first place. Like, community really means everything to us, and that's what we are dedicated to.
Well, gentlemen, it's been my pleasure hosting you guys. Thank you so much for the kind words, and I love the project. I hope you guys do great, and I'll be in the DMs asking to see how I can get my hands on one of those NFTs. With that said, Whale Coin Talk community, audience members, everything that you hear on this broadcast is for educational purposes only. Nothing is financial advice. I am. Thank you. I'm taking a risk by purchasing one of these NFTs when they launch, and so like any risk in this industry, you know that it can go to zero. So just be careful out there. Make sure you're investing in projects you believe in, and only invest what you're